Hello guys, welcome back to Nerdy Crew. So today we'll be doing the optimal solution of this two-sum problem. But before watching this video, make sure that you watch the part 1 because there I have explained the complete problem statement. So let's start with it. Well, in the brute force approach, we were having a time complexity of big O of n square. So now we should try to bring that time complexity down to big O of n. So how do we do that? The only thing that we can do is maybe try to iterate in this array only once. And while iterating in the array once, we need to find those two elements, adding which I get the answer equal to target. So let's take this array as the example. And we will try to modify it a little and put this element here. Better now. So now let's start iterating in this array. But I know that in order to get the time complexity of big O of n, this array could only be iterated once. But I need two numbers. And while iterating can give me only one number, what about the second number? So this problem needs to be fixed. So I know that 2 plus something is actually going to give me the target 9. Now, what about this x? What about this number? I need to have it somewhere or maybe find it somewhere. So what if I have a hash map? Maybe a hash map could solve the problem. Because this hash map will allow me to find the second number, taking which I can get the answer as 9. Let's see how we do it. For example, I've started iterating, I get 2 as the number and I know I need some x. Here I know that x is going to be 7. So I'll start searching for this value in the hash map, but I don't get it. So I'll put this 2 in the hash map. Okay, so I have this 2 in my hash map. Therefore, I know that I was unable to find the element, so I added the current element to my hash map. So then I'll move on to the next element, which is 11. Now again, 11 plus something is going to give me 9. In this case, x should be minus 2. So I have to find minus 2 in my hash map. But there is no minus 2 in my hash map. So the same thing again. I'll just add the current element to my hash map. Fine. Then I'll move on to the next element, which is 7. So 7 plus something is going to give me 9. So I know that x has to be 2. So I'll search for 2 in the hash map. Whoa, I have found 2 in the hash map. Therefore, I can simply return it. So you only need to remember two things. That first, we have to iterate in the hash map. Then we have to search in the hash map if we find a corresponding element. But if I'm unable to find the corresponding element, I can simply put my current element in the hash map. Simple as that. Alright, so here we have to return the indices of these two numbers. So how do we return the indices? To return the indices, we know that a hash map only has a key value pair. So for the key, we can have the element, and for the value, we can have the indices. This is how we are going to return it. Now let's code it. So for that, first we'll have a loop, and int I is equal to 0, I is less than nums dot length and I plus plus. Next we need this x, right? So for that I can say that int x is equal to target minus nums of I. Fine. We also need a hash map. So hash map integer comma integer. Let's call it MPP and we'll write new hash map and our diamond operators, and we are good. Now the first thing was we have to find this x in the hash map. So for that we'll use if MPP dot contains key. Now this contains key method is going to basically check if this particular element is existing in the hash map. Fine. Which element? The element is x. Now, in case this element is existing, we have to return the indices of the two elements. So return new int and now the indices. Now for the indices, let's return the index of our current element, which is maybe 7. So for that I'll just say I, and now we have to return the index of the element which is in the hash map. For that we'll use the get method. So mpp dot get x. Alright, So this get method is used to retrieve the value in the hash map corresponding to the particular key. Fine. So here it will retrieve the value of x. Fine. Which is, it will give us the index. What if I'm unable to find this x? In that case, I can simply say that mpp.put nums of I, right? We are creating this hash map, and I, which is the index. Alright. So we have to return something. So return new int. Let's leave it empty and we are good to go. Let's comment it out and we can try to submit it. It is accepted, and let's see. Also, let's discuss the time and space complexity. Here it's going to take big O of n time complexity because we are iterating the array once, and the space complexity is going to be big O of n. So I hope you have understood the lecture. If you like the video, please make sure that you like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.